Hey. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Great, great, great. We lost two more people. I don't know who they are. Okay, Anita. I think Anita has left. I don't know. Okay. Alrighty. So how almost finished. Almost finished. Okay. Awesome. I like that. I finished mine. Lorraine almost finished. Bridget, how you getting on? You're not there yet. Okay. Josephine, how you getting on? Hang on a minute.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done, Bridget. Awesome. Okay, great. Oh, Lisa, you have plenty of space to add to it too. Oh, Lisa, you finished mine and then you have many more to add. Great. Josephine, you finished. Woo! Awesome. Katie. Katie, have you finished? Let me see. Did Katie send a message? Okay, Lisa, you have a very big board. All right. Okay, Muriel, I got your message. Okay, no worries. Oh, Lorraine is done. Oh, Katie has finished. Awesome, awesome. Marilyn, how you getting on, Marilyn? Where's Marilyn? How you getting on, Marilyn? Is Marilyn? Okay. Oh, she's typing. All right, sweetie, you've done yours. You'll add more. Awesome. Marilyn, but you like what you've got so far. Awesome. I love it, love it, love it. Sister Ronke, how you getting on? Yinka? Oh, Valerie, you need to get a few more pics. But so far, so good. I love it. Woo! Josephine, I like what I'm seeing with Josephine. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Let me show you mine, guys. This is mine. This is mine. Right, so that's me and my boo. That's me and my boo. It just has the face of Will Smith and Jada Smith right now, but that's me and my boo right in the center. And I love you at the top. My Tesla next to it. Bora Bora right below there. My the impact I want to leave, and all those things about helping other people there. That's me happy. That's my Tesla right above me. That's a helping hand right at the top. And on this side, this is my affirmation that I say every day. And I'll encourage everybody to also have an affirmation. I can share this one if you want it, but you can, whatever it is that you want, just write it. Write it for yourself. Print it out and say it every day. So this is my affirmation right there. That is I wonder where this place is. Some holiday somewhere that I want to go with my boo. So there we go, guys. That is my vision board completed, right? And it gives me great pleasure right on time as well to introduce to some, present to others, a gentleman that will give us some insight into all these things we've talked about today. Okay, so all right, then come on, Miss. I'll share my affirmation when we're done. I'll share it later. So I'm excited, guys. So are you with us? Are you with us? Are you with us? Are we all together? Yes, yes. So if you haven't finished, let's suspend it till later. We don't have much of this gentleman's time tonight, but he's going to be here and share with us a few things. So one of the things I want to say to all of us as well is, as we are working, with all these vision boards that we've created, all these great things that we've put together, can I please encourage you to find somebody who has accomplished what you want? Okay, so on all those things you've written, find somebody like a mentor who has accomplished what you want and tag yourself to them. Follow them. Read what they read. Go to where they go, because it will help you achieve your goals quicker. Mentors help us navigate the road because they've been through that journey. They've been there. So they can point to you, there's a pitfall there. Lift up your leg there. Jump over that hurdle. No, there's something there. Don't go down that route. Go this way. That is what mentors are for. And so find yourself a mentor in every area of your life and have somebody who has navigated that journey and can take you through that journey. And so tonight, we have somebody with us who is a mentor of mine, somebody I look forward to, especially when it comes to my wealth, right? My wealth, making money. Now, this gentleman has been in my industry, in the kind of business I do, for 25 years, and he's earned in excess of $11 million. $11 million. And so I am looking to earn my first 1 million. So I decided that I need to find me somebody who has earned what I want and tag myself to his coattails and learn from him and navigate that journey. So he helps me through that journey because he's been there. He can tell me the pitfalls to avoid. He can tell me how to journey, right? So tonight I asked him to join us for a few minutes to share his insight into this exercise we've just completed. Now, a few weeks ago, he did something very similar with some of us where he shared how he creates his year. You know, towards the end of every year, he creates his new year. And, you know, for somebody who has accomplished that much, if I were you, I'd like to know what he did. How did he create $11 million? Come on. So I've asked him to share with us tonight something he called My Perfect Day. And he's going to share his perfect day and when he wrote it and what has happened as a result of writing that perfect day. So ladies, I think we're all ladies here today. Ladies, please put your virtual hands together and welcome Mr. Steve Midger. Over to you, sir. I'll meet yeah.
Sheo, thank you, darling. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction to what a beautiful array of ladies. And can I say, I'm allowed to say this because there's all ladies in the room, I think. So can I just say I love and prefer working with ladies way more than men. I really do. And there's so many reasons. You ladies, you have the ability to juggle so many commitments in your life. You're natural in what you do. And what I mean by that is you're natural in networking, you're natural in relationship building. You can put two ladies together and within 5 minutes, they know everything about each other. They know their children's names, their ages, their birthdays, you know, where they went to school. You put two guys together and they just about share football teams and they have no idea who each other are. It's quite amazing what ladies do. So thank you, Sheo. Thank you for inviting me, and to all my lovely friends. I can see many old friends, as in friends that I've known for a while here, and also new friends. So thank you. It's an absolute pleasure to have a few minutes with you now. Really, I was excited when Sheo invited me on because I can remember going through something like this. What Sheo has gone through with you, I can remember going through. I'm talking like an eternity ago, so many times years ago. When I first did it. Now, I do the exercise that you've been going through, and it's fun, and it should be uplifting, and it should be motivating, it should be inspiring. All of those feelings should be being stirred in you because you're doing something that perhaps, A, you may never have done before, or B, if you have, you probably aren't doing it frequently enough, and that is planning your life. Here's the crazy thing, ladies. We all go to the shops. Yvette and I had to shoot. We've got a drinks party here tomorrow evening and a whole bunch of people in our team. And, you know, and probably very similar like you'll be doing, getting together with your family, your friends, people you care about. So we had to go to the shops. And what do? We write a list of everything we need to get from the shops. Why? Well, because we want to go to the shops. We don't want to get back in the car and go, my, oh my, forgot that, forgot this. Why don't we remember that? So just to get what we want from the shop, we write a list. We set some goals of what we want to buy. Funnily enough, we don't do that enough with our lives. We don't plan our lives. We just spontaneously, you know, expect our life to evolve and roll out and do the things that we hope it will form into the things that we want from our life, which are goals, aspirations, inspirations, things that we want. We just think that life will just work itself out. And if it doesn't, oh, don't worry, Steve, there's always tomorrow. Ladies, that is nuts. And I'm not saying you're nuts. I'm saying that strategy with your life is a nuts strategy. You wouldn't do it to go to the shops. Why, oh why don't we plan our lives? So Sheo has been going through, I know the exercise she's been going through with you, and you've been crafting out these vision boards. And by the way, a vision board won't come out of an hour or two that you lovely ladies have been spending together. It will come out over the next couple of days. Things will come in, things will come off, things will go on, things suddenly get raised. What's more important? But I'm excited for you, because I can remember the very, very first time I was asked to do this thing called a vision board, to actually have a vision of what I wanted to happen over the next 90 days and the next sort of 12 months, 3 years, and 5 years. And I'm going to share a little exercise that I was shown, that I did, and I'll show you the power of it in a moment. I know Lisa and a few people have seen it before, so I apologize, but I will just go through it because I think you might see some value. And also from the point of view, I want you to see how powerful the exercise is for you to get what you want from your life. So again, Sheo, thank you for inviting me on. I'd like to take you way back in time. I'd like to take you back. Sheo is right. I've been in the industry now for just a little over 25 years. I'm an old man. I've been in this, and the industry we're talking about effectively is relationships, relationship marketing, direct marketing, people-to-people marketing. And that simply is a case of finding something you love, and it might be something that you have now, or you're looking for something. But whatever it is, finding something you love and telling somebody about it. It could be a good book. It could be a holiday you went on. It could be a movie you went to. So that's the industry I have been in for 25 years, recommending and promoting something I care about that's here. It's in my heart. I want the product. I would use the product, and I would like some friends to enjoy the benefits of product X or whatever it might be. So I've been building that industry of relationships for 25 years. And I'm going to be honest, and many of you have known me a while now. I'm very upfront. I'm very direct with people. And I mean that, and I do that because I'm also respectful. I don't have, if somebody is going to entrust in me to hear some words that might help them, the very least I can do is get their permission to be honest with them, to tell them the truth. So there's no point just hyping or saying the world's a wonderful world and all this good stuff and you'll be a millionaire by Thursday when, that is all complete rubbish. That is not the case. So the reality of what I share, sometimes it might not work for you. I'm quite direct. I'm quite open. And the reason for that is if one of my mentors over this journey of 25 years, one of the many mentors I've had, ultimately, they said that to me. They said, Steve, how do you want me to talk to you? Do you want me to talk to you that life is great and what you're doing is fine and everything's perfect? And Steve, it'll work itself out. Just throw the dice of life up in the air. They'll all come down as sixes and it'll all be perfect. Steve, or do you want me to tell you the truth? And you know the answer, of course. I said, well, I want the truth. I said, great. I needed your permission. So I'm going to ask your permission, ladies, to tell you the way it is. And the way it is, in anything in life worth getting, there is work involved. Anything in life worth getting, there is work involved. Yes, I know everybody's got a story of somebody joined a company and they supposedly, allegedly made $1 million in 1 week or whatever. I'm telling you, with 25 years experience, I know the industry very, very well. Whatever business you are in, I know many, many, many multi-millionaires. In fact, multi-millionaires. A couple of guys just come into my head. Actually, one of them is a lady. Multi-millionaires. And none of these people did it by hope and hype. What I call the Hillary and Herman hope it happens. They get all excited. Oh, it's all going to happen. It's all going to be great. I'm going to be a millionaire by Thursday. And they don't seem to, Hillary and Herman just hope it's going to happen. Well, the reality is work is involved. So whatever path you're on, whatever your business is, whether it's a career, a job, whether you've got your own business, whether you're in an industry like myself and Sheo and some of the other people that are on here now, whatever it is, work is required. All right, please get that clear. The next thing I just wanted to share, and then I'll go through a little exercise with you, is that there's 4 pieces to getting from here to here, from A to Z, okay? 4 pieces that will be required. The first thing is you have got to have a white hot reason why. An absolute, I don't even say burning, it's white hot. You know, when you see a stone, or in like a barbecue, you see the charcoal white hot there. It has to be absolutely clear why. Whatever path you're on, whatever your goals are going to be, whatever vision board you've just drawn out and are adding to and are building on, you must have a white hot reason why. Here is the reason why you need that. You need it because in life, what's going to happen is life is going to throw stuff at you. It's going to be crappy. It's going to be rubbish. It's going to upset you. It's going to get you down. That's the real world. You know, I could get you all excited in 35, 40 minutes. You could be now literally, you've got to take the kids to a New Year party, something like that. You're all excited. You go out to get in your car. You look down. You've got a flat battery. Where is your motivation now? Where is that on a scale of 1 to 10? You're probably going to say, Steve, it's 1. It's 0. And now I've got little Sally all in her party frock. I've got to get the jack out the boot. I've got to get the tire off and everything else. Who cares what Steve Mitchell shared? Right now, I've got to get this tire and I've got to get my daughter to a party. That is the real world, okay? So the reason you need the why to be white hot is you need to have it clear enough and so big that really when these things come at you, you keep reminding yourself of the reason why. And that's why Sheo, in a brilliant way, has built and helped you to build this vision board. And my encouragement to you, I was told, I ended up putting it, my very first vision board, I put it on the fridge. I went and bought some powerful fridge magnets. Went down to the print shop. I would spend a couple of pounds, go down to the print shop. If you're making it up and it's on a board that you're pinning stuff, great. You can put that in the kitchen. But I did mine all on a computer with photographs and stuff like this. And I thought, well, that's no good. I'm not going to see it on a computer. So I made up a little PDF file, went down to my local print shop. I said, how much is it going to cost me to print this up as A1? It was like £4 or £5, my very first vision board. And I mounted it on the fridge. I know one guy, here's a tip, one person, they actually mounted it across the front of their telly, the whole vision board. Whenever they were sat there with their beans on toast or their noodles or whatever they were eating, they, instead of watching the telly, they were looking at their vision board. How powerful is that, for goodness sake? So the first thing you've got to do is have your why. The second thing you need is vision. This is why Sheo has been taking so long. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Talking to you about building in a powerful, emotive, exciting way your vision for your life. And it's got to encompass all elements. It's got to encompass health and fitness. It's got to encompass the family. It's got to encompass your spiritual contribution. Everything about your life has got to be on that board, okay, on that board. So vision, okay. The third thing you're going to need to do is have clear goals. You can't have a reason why you want these goals and then have the vision of what you want your life to be and then not have absolutely detailed goals, okay? I want to lose, right now, I want to lose 5 kilos. That's one of my goals, and I won't go into all that now, but that's one of my goals. I want to lose 5 kilos. That's like the headline goal. How am I going to do that is the most important bit. So the goal itself, but then that will be, I am going to make sure I eat a certain amount of, I bought myself a beautiful NutriBullet thing just to sort of blast some food and eat some much healthier. We eat very healthy, thanks to Yvette, my wife, but I want to take in a whole bunch of superfoods and stuff like this. So I invested in one of these things and I'm actually going to do that. So one of my goals to losing weight is to make sure I'm blasting a whole bunch of natural foods, taking down fresh shakes and juices and stuff like this, you see. So what I'm saying is the third element, you've got to have the why, you've got to have the vision of where your life will be. And if you don't have vision, we almost need to stop and recheck and relook at that. Third thing, you've got to have crystal clear written goals. The fourth element, which we won't have time to go into now, but maybe Sheo can help each of you with this, you got to have a plan. You can't have the reason why, you can't have the vision, you can't have the goals written and then miss the fourth piece. Don't have a plan to achieve the goal. So it's so important to have that last piece to say, right, my goal is to lose 5 kilos. Steve, what on earth is your plan? No, I want to lose 5 kilos. Steve, that's the goal. What is your plan to do it? Right, well, I'm gonna juice twice a day. I'm gonna have fresh juices. I'm gonna make sure that I'm having a run, or I go and walk on the beach and get some fresh, whatever. You get where I'm coming from. You must have a plan. And in there, you must have a plan for your business, a financial plan. Now, today we won't have time to go into that, and I do apologize. We could certainly do that another time. So, conscious of time, what I want to do, Sheo asked me to share something that Lisa and a few people have shared before, but it's something that I think you might find powerful. And it's something basically that really is, it's all about a picture of your life. It's called different things. People call it, a day in the life, a life in the day. They call it your vision of your life. You call it basically your perfect day. You can call it what you want. It doesn't matter. Let me explain what it is. It's you now, today, when you get off this call, I would start it. Even if all you do is start writing the first few sentences. It basically is, let me explain what it is, and it can be a vision of your life. Let's call it that for now, your perfect day, but let's say it's a vision of your life. You write it now, but it's your life, this is the fun bit, in 5 years. It's your life in 5 years. You don't write it in the future tense. Let me explain for those that are not sure what I mean by that. You don't write it, I will be driving a Jaguar. I will be getting my children into that private school. It's no, I will. It's I am, I have, I'm doing. It's in the present tense. So let me be clear. You are writing a vision of a day in your life. And the reason you condense it in a day is it makes you, keep it to a single A4 sheet, and it should be a single A4 sheet, but it also is everything about your day, all the pieces that you've been drawing out on your beautiful vision boards with Sheo, it consolidates in to a day in your life 5 years from now. And it's everything from the way you wake up, where are you waking up? Where is your bed? Where is your bedroom? What is the view outside of your bedroom? What do you see? What do you smell? What are you lying on? Are you on a silk sheets? Are you on Egyptian cotton sheets? Everything is in there. Every sense from the minute you wake up to the end of the day when you go to bed. I don't know if any of you read the Sunday Times, but the point is, in the Sunday Times, every week, there is a thing in there, it's called a life in a day. A life in a day. In other words, some famous person, describes their day, a typical day in their life. And it's called a life in the day. It's really interesting. And it starts with the minute they wake up to the minute they go to bed. And it's all down on a single sort of A4 sheet. But it's that kind of idea that you are doing for yourself. And you have to put everything in there. Remember, let me say it again, you're writing as is in the present current tense. And everything should be in there. You should be building all the pieces that Sheo has probably gone through with you. I'm talking about personal development. I'm talking about health and fitness. I'm talking about relationships with your family. I'm talking about financial. Everything should be crafted. In other words, it should be mentioned in this vision of your life, this day in your life, okay? So that's basically the exercise. It will be one of the hardest exercises, yet one of the funnest exercises you will do, along with your vision board, which should be great fun. and that you'll be building on. Please make a goal to have your vision board for 2018 done by a certain date. I always, in Spain, we have a thing called, where I live, we have a thing called Three Kings. And the Three Kings is always January the 6th, okay? And it's a religious event in Spain, being a very religious country. But I always make sure my vision board, my vision of my life in 5 years, and all my goals, everything is done by no later than January the 6th. Yours might be January 2nd. Yours might be January 1. Hey, yours might be before the year starts. But whatever it is, make a goal. Otherwise, you will keep adding and keep changing. You've got to get to a place where you're going to launch into the year with these goals clear. So writing this out is going to be one of the most difficult things you've done, but it will be one of the funnest things you've done. So I'm going to share this with you now, and I've got I think about 5 minutes or so just to share this with you. This is something I always tell people. In other words, if I tell you anything, I've done it myself. Let me say that again. If I tell you or help you or coach you in any way, I have gone through the exercise myself. And what happened was, I was first shown this. I was in my networking career after about 10 years. Okay, so let me paint the picture. This is 2002. 2002. So we're talking 15 years ago. I am at that time. I should have gone and looked up my numbers, but I can pretty accurately. I was earning a little over £8,000 a month. Okay, I've been in networking about 10 years. First 2 years just part time. Okay, and then I was full time. This is going 8,000 a month. Compared to some people, is not a great deal of money. But you've got to remember, it was 15 years ago. So it was the best way to think of it about double that, okay? So we were doing okay. We were, I was on track. I was enjoying a good income. I was doing it full time. My family had a nice life. I was living in a nice detached 3-bedroom house. Not a castle, nothing flashy, but a nice 3-bedroom detached house. I had a 6-year-old BMW. This is 2002. But I was making enough money that we could go on some holidays and things like this. Then someone asked me, like I am asking you, Steve, I want you to map out 5 years from now the vision of your life. So bearing in mind, I've been doing goal setting, vision boards. I'd done all that years before this. This was the first time I've been asked to do this exercise I'm going to do with you. So with that in mind, I said, okay, fine, this sounds good, right? And my first one was all about money. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be really rich. I'm going to be really, really, really rich. That's all it was. They said, Steve, as my lovely mentor said, Steve, that's a great start. That's not where we're going with this. And just like I shared with you, I want you, Steve, to start thinking about your perfect world. What shape are you in? Who are you laying beside? Who are your friends? What are your children doing? Where are they? What car are you driving? What music is playing in your house? Steve, think about the perfect day, as Sheo said, the perfect day 5 years from now, and write it down. And I said, what, do I do it in 5 years? And he said, no, you write it down now and you do it 5 years on. So if you'll allow me, this will take me 2 minutes, I'm going to share that with you because I kept it. It's here so you can see it, okay? I'm happy to give anyone a copy. It's pretty boring for all of you, but I want you to read it, and then I'm going to share a couple of things about what happened. So again, 2002, I wrote this. I wrote this in 2002. I'm in a 3-bed house, making a reasonable income, but for somebody that's full-time, certainly not crazy money. I still had credit cards and whatever, and I had a nice car, but quite an old car, okay? So then I wrote this. So this is it now. I wrote this. You won't be able to see it on the camera, I don't think, but it says 7th of September 2002 is when I wrote this. So I'm now writing this September 2007. This is me describing my life, okay? None of this has come true yet. None of it, because it's 5 years in the future. I'll go through it quite quick. It's 6 p.m. on a warm September evening. I'm sat on the veranda of my villa, where I've just completed building our villa on the Costa del Sol in Marbella in Spain. The little island with the bar on it, right in the middle of our big pool, was a great idea. People love it, and everybody loves to sit there and have a cocktail and chat with friends. Having one side of the villa all glassed, overlooking the Gold Coast of Marbella, and seeing the Sierra Nevada mountains with the wind blowing through all the muslin, with a lovely bit of Mozart, always impresses me, always makes me feel so good. And the investment in the Bose lifestyle sound system was such a good idea. It looks and sounds amazing. Every room in the house is filled with magical noise. I'm going to enjoy spending at least 6 months a year here. At least I can look over on the water and see the yacht. That again was a great investment and a great idea. Yvette and I will love to be going sailing on that as we start to go and spend more time traveling around the world. Thinking about my life now, it's hard to imagine 5 years from now, I was just starting my business. I never imagined I would be enjoying the life I am now. My income at over £28,000 a month is going up and is residual. It comes in month after month and has given myself, Yvette, and the children a truly wondrous life I will always be grateful for. Being completely out of debt, oh my, how wonderful does that feel? My relationship with my wife and my children has never been stronger. Grace, my daughter, is just doing her A-levels. Josh is about to go to university, and they're doing so well because I have been able to pay for them, so they haven't had to take jobs at university, allowing them to focus on their studies. Isn't that a great benefit that I have been managed to do through this part-time business? When we left our country cottage in England only a week or so ago, sat there in the Hampshire Hills, right on a village green with a pub, beautiful pub, selling lovely beer with all my lovely friends around. It was a shame to say goodbye to them, but I know many will come over to see us again. And to pay the bills and know that I'm going to be spending the next few months out of the rat race, what a joy is that? Choosing to have my business in a place wherever I take my computer is a wonderful thing. Whether it's here in Spain, whether it's in our Hampshire home in England, or any of our other retreats, our farmhouse in France, or our ski lodge up in the Alps. I'll miss that bit there. The only reason I miss it is for time. That bit goes on a bit. So thinking about all the silly toys I've been able to indulge myself with, I've managed to get my PPL, which is a private pilot's license, and pursue my hobby of flying. Along with my cars, the Porsche Boxster, which was a great idea. Having the roof down for Spain was a brilliant thing. And Yvette's Mercedes four-wheel drive was a great idea. It helps us to get down to the farmhouse in France and take everything with us. I've always loved cars. Isn't it great that I'm managing to satisfy that goal? Again, all thanks to this wonderful business. This is the end now, guys. Looking back over my 5 years, I cannot help but feel proud of the thousands of lives I've been fortunate enough to have a chance to positively impact, whether it's through finance or health, and in many, many cases, both. All my friends are by the pool right now, and they're only here to the middle of the week. But what's really exciting, when they leave, my leadership team come into the villa. And we are going to be having some great fun together. The fridge is already loaded with champagne. And I've got some really fun things planned for them. What a great way to live our life. Working with people we want to work with rather than have to. Catching myself in the mirror, I can't help but feel a little bit proud that I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm not saying I got that goal. And with this in mind now, we are now focusing on more and more on our health. And isn't it lovely? We've got the time and the finances to be able to do that. As the sun slowly sets here in Spain, I sip my cold, chilled Rioja wine and can't help but feel that every single person deserves this. I then smile to myself and I remember that anyone can have this. My fortunate role in life is simply to offer it to them. It then becomes their choice to work, to strive, and to get it, which everyone can do. We really are living our life. Now, for time, I got 3 minutes. I read that to you and I took my time to read that to you. You have to try and remember all the bits. That was written, I had none of that. None of that. None of that, none of that, none of that. I was living in a little house in Portsmouth, you know, nice house, but nothing flashy or anything like that. Oldish car, you know, nice bit of income. I've highlighted some things here just so I could do this quickly. Where are we now? And I can't say whether this happened in September 2007. I'm not going to say that because I can't actually remember when these pieces came true. But here's the power of writing a vision of your life, a perfect day. Right now, living in the villa. I'm talking to you from our villa in Spain. This was the villa itself. We haven't built it from completely. We've pretty much built 2/3 of it and spent now something in the region of 1.6, 1.7 million on this villa. Okay, we have a pool in about 3 weeks' time. Right at the end of the pool, there's a bar going to be built into that end of the pool. We can't overlook the Sierra Nevada because the Sierra Nevada is behind us and I can't see back that way. But what I can see is I can see all the Atlas Mountains across, sorry, not the Atlas Mountains, the African mountains here in North Africa out of our window, and we see all the beach in front of it. I'm going through the things that happened. I didn't get the yacht. I ended up with a little speedboat, so I never got the yacht. That never happened. This is 28,000 a month. Let me just grab something quickly. I've taken away the company because this is not about a company. This is about you designing your life, getting a vision for your life. My goal here in 2002 for 5 years on was to break 28,000 a month. This is just one commission statement I've grabbed. You probably can't see it on the camera there, but I was making something in the region. This is in dollars, but I was making something in the region of $25,000. This was a month. This was what I achieved was a week. And you probably can see there, I was making over $1 million a year, okay? I'm telling you this because there is so much rubbish spoken out there. If I cannot validate what I'm sharing with you, what is the point? You'll just believe or possibly believe it's just another load of rubbish. I'm saying to you, this stuff comes true. I have no idea why. I have no idea how, but it comes true. Okay, let me just continue on a couple of things. We own a country cottage. It is sat on a Hampshire green. Country cottage in England sat in 2 acres on a village green with a pub. Okay, our house hasn't got 2 acres. It's probably got about 3/4 of an acre. Okay, on a village green, and you can go and Google it. It's in Rowlands Castle in Hampshire. And there is a beautiful village pub there, but it goes one stage further. We bought the pub. We bought and owned the pub. I hadn't even gone to this village. I hadn't even been to this village. We bought the house, we bought the cottage, we ended up on a village green, and we ended up owning the pub for about 2.5 years. We converted it, spent $500,000 on it, and it ended up being a boutique hotel that we created, okay? What I'm saying, it's not about that. It's about this stuff is spooky, ladies, spooky. I'm going to go on here. We have a farmhouse in France. We have a farmhouse in France, so we didn't have that then. It was just part of our goals. A Porsche. I wanted a Porsche. I wanted a Porsche before I was 40. Before I hit my 40th birthday, I walked into a showroom 4 months before I was 40 and ended up paying cash with a bank draft and bought a brand new Porsche Boxster. I even wrote Porsche Boxster. This hadn't even happened. It's unreal. It's got here Yvette's Mercedes 4-wheel drive. We've got a Range Rover 4-wheel drive. So you can see the sort of, there's alignment there. thousands of lives. I have been lucky enough, and that's the only word, lucky and fortunate enough to impact 162,000 people's lives in the last 25 years. That is not any, that's no credit to me. So if you're lovely and you say, well done, that is the credit to what a vision can do for your life. Okay, couple of final things here now. Leadership team coming out to the villa. We did that. I had all my team that are out here in Spain. We got them all together last week before Christmas. Had some fun, did some leadership good stuff, and at the same time, as you do, drink some wine and ate some food, played some games. That's the wonderful things. Best shape of my life. I was fit. Ladies, I was fit once, but that's one of my goals now. So that's the trouble of living here. Too much Rioja, okay? And so it goes on. You get the sense of what I'm saying. This is quite spooky. It's quite spooky, okay? What I'm going to just bring it back to and then hand you back to Sheo. You may not believe in this stuff that Sheo has gone through with you. You may not believe in it. And I'm going to give you credit. That's where I was. I didn't know. But here's what I said. And Sheo gave you a very powerful statement. I may not have believed it myself, but I believed in the people and I saw the success when people said, make a vision board, Steve. And I saw the success they'd had when they did that. I may not have believed it would happen to me, but I did it because it had happened to them. You may not believe writing a vision, and it's got to, by the way, you've got to keep it on 1A4. You will just work on it and take bits out and add bits in. But when you have it, make sure, please, you keep it. Keep it somewhere safe, and you watch what happens. Will it happen in 5 years? I don't know. Some of it probably will. Some of it will take a tad longer. But ultimately, what will happen will be incredibly powerful for you. So whether you believe in it, I'm asking you just to listen to Sheo, hopefully listen to me and say, I know this stuff works. Now, you still got to have a plan. It's not enough just to have the vision, to have the goals. You must have a clear plan. And that, as I started this whole sort of 35 minutes chatting with you lovely ladies, I started with work will be required. But my, oh my, if you had told me, Steve, if you put work in, this will come true. If you had said that to me, well, firstly, I probably wouldn't have believed it, but now it's just uncanny. It's a force, whether you're spiritual, whether you're faith-driven, whatever it is, it's a force way beyond how any of us can understand it. I don't know by writing it and thinking it and seeing it and saying it and going over. I don't know if it's the reaffirmation back in your mind. I then put the work in, as you will do, to make it come true. I don't know, but I know the stuff works. So I'm sorry I've got to leave you lovely ladies. I hope there was something in there that offered some value to you. This is scary. I mean, scary in a good way. This is scary what this can do for you lovely ladies. So Sheo, thank you for bringing everyone together. Thank you again, all of you, for inviting me on. It's been a lovely pleasure just saying a few words to you lovely ladies now.
Thank you very much, Steve. I can't stop the tears now. And I don't know why, but it's believing that a seed has been sown, and it's believing that years from now, all the 13 of us on this Zoom will remember this day, the 30th of December 2017, and say, if not for Steve coming on to share his own story of how these things could happen, then I probably wouldn't be here. And so I just want to thank you for coming on, Steve, for sharing with us and reading this and telling us how it has happened in your life. I know you have to go. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Steve. I appreciate you. Thank you. Guys, I don't know what else to say. There's not much to say, but to conclude this event and say, dreams do come true. That much I know. Dreams do come true, but you have to do something. You have to create it. Before now, before today, you probably didn't know that you had the power to create the life of your dreams. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you half believed it. But maybe because of what we've been able to do together this evening, it has become more real to you. None of us should be in a situation next year where we do not know how we will pay the bills. None of us should be there. None of us should be in a situation where we cannot just walk into the store and buy something because we just feel like it. None of us should be there because now we have been equipped with what we need to create the life of our dreams. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? There's no point going through all this exercise, doing your vision board, listening to Steve, his own amazing story, and you not taking action. No point. Are you going to do it? Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. And I know that Steve talked about your vision. He talked about the why. The 4 stages talked about the why, your vision, the goals, and the plan. So what we did primarily today was the vision element of it. Okay, so I want you all to go back and sit down again and think about your why. Why must these things happen for you? Why should you live the life of your dreams? What is pushing you? What would make you jump out of bed every morning to do something to make your dreams come true? What is your why? Go sit down and figure it out. And your why must be strong enough to make you cry. That is so true. It has to touch you at that level of your emotions. What is your why? Go figure it out. Number 1. Number 2, we've done the vision. If you haven't finished your vision board, continue. Like Steve said, there's going to be more stuff that come in. Maybe you want to take things out. Maybe you want to add things. Do that, but have a deadline where it must be ready. Have a deadline. So do that with your vision board, finish it. Then what are your goals? What are the goals you want to accomplish? So the vision board is to create the life you want. But what are the things, specific things that you want to accomplish in 2018 and beyond? What is it? So is it to earn, Steve mentioned how much he wanted to earn. There was a specific amount. Is it to earn a certain amount every single month? Is it to drive a particular car? Is it that your children are going to a particular school? Is it to be married? Is it to be in a loving relationship? What is it? What is it? Have the goals, and then what are the plans to get you there? What must you do to get you there? If you need help in creating the plans for each of your goals, please give me a shout out. We can sit together and write something. I don't know it all. I am learning as I'm going as well. But ladies, you can tell that this stuff works. This works. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me this time, this year, to create this. This is an evening I will never forget. This, I don't even have the words, but this has been life-changing for me. Thank you so much, ladies. Good night. Have a great evening. Have an incredible 2018. I will post the recording in the group. I think we'll just leave the group there, and maybe every now and again somebody will post and say maybe when something has happened, when they've achieved a goal or something. But let us, I would appreciate if you share in the group how this event was for you. Just post something in the group. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have an amazing evening. God bless you. Have a great 2018, ridiculously amazing 2018. I posted a jaw-droppingly amazing 2018, where people are going to be like, is that Bridget? Is that Val? Who just drove it? Somebody just drove down in a Porsche. Jaw-droppingly amazing 2018. That is my heart's desire for you, and I pray it comes true. Thank you so much. Good night. God bless you. Bye-bye. Love you guys.